The first Congregational Church of Manistee was founded on July 20th, 1862, with 10 charter members. The Reverend George Thompson, who had recently returned to Michigan following missionary work in South Africa, was persuaded to preach the first sermon and organize the church. After meeting in several different buildings, including a fire hall and an old schoolhouse, a new church was built in 1870 to accommodate the growing congregation, now at more than 200 members. By 1887, the congregation had outgrown their building on 2nd and Oak Streets. The minister at the time, the Reverend Dr. Fairfield, encouraged members to build an edifice with a seating capacity of 1,000. Since many of the lumber and salt barons who amassed great fortunes were parishioners of the church, they were tasked to form a committee to build a new congregational church. World-famous architect William LeBaron Jenney of the Jenney & Otis architectural firm in Chicago was hired to design the new church building. Mr. Jenney, who is known worldwide as the father of the skyscraper, started on the structural design, and in 1887, construction began. No money was spared on construction, as the best contractors, the best materials, and the best workers were found. The new building on the corner of 4th and Oak Streets was completed in 1892 at a total cost of $60,000, which was paid in full prior to the dedication on December 11, 1892, with over 1,200 people attending. The outside of the building is red brick and stone with terracotta trim. The red bricks for the building were shipped in from across the lake by boat. The foundation stone came from Sturgeon Bay. There are copper and black steel ornamental pieces decorating the outside walls, and the roof is black slate. Now, inside the building, the Main Auditorium, which is located on the 2nd floor, is 80 feet long and 70 feet wide. The height from the floor to the center of the open timber roof is around 60 feet. The soaring arches, made of 29 layers of wood bent on site using steam, form a canopy over the curved, handcrafted oak pews, all of which were built from lumber harvested from the area's forests. This magnificent Romanesque church is probably best known for its extravagant stained glass windows, 2 of which were created by the studio of Louis Comfort Tiffany. Many of these beautiful, vibrant windows were given to the church in honor or in memory of Manistee lumber and salt barons, shipping industrialists, and locally known families of the late 19th century. The century clock, made by well-known Manistee clockmaker Nels Johnson, was placed in the clock tower in 1905. The inside walls of the clock room are covered with notes Mr. Johnson left when he was working or repairing the clock, and the names of many volunteers who climbed the 132 steps up once a week to wind the clock. In 2010, a motor with a winding mechanism was attached to make this job a little easier. The stately 132-foot clock tower also holds the bell, which was crafted by McNeely Bell Company of Troy, New York. The bell is approximately 5.5 feet in diameter and weighs 3,200 pounds. The bell is suspended from a frame in the tower chamber just below the clock room, which does not leave room for the bell to swing. Now, since the bell is stationary, it rings when struck by a 90-pound hammer provided for that very purpose. Today, you can still hear the deep sound of the bell being struck on the hour, every day, 365 days a year. For more information about this or other Manistee historic sites, go to visitmanisteecounty.com or download the Manistee County app.